What you're about to watch is a special private training session for people who bought a copy of my book, Built to Serve. Enjoy. Tanya, what do we got?
Yes, hello.
There we go.
I know I'm feeling the butterflies
This
in
is
my
Tanya's
tummy.
first question. Hey, Tanya. She's been here like 3 or 4 times, hasn't asked a question. So here she is. This is great.
I know. I'm a little bit shy. Okay. My question for you is if maybe you can suggest a process or ideas on how can I understand what is blocking me from doing or from executing a project. And the background is I've been preparing or I've been working on a digital product system. And I took one of these Tony Robbins workshops. And, I've done all the work. I've checked the videos. I've learned what they wanted to teach. I have the script, everything, but I've not been able to actually finalize the actual product and to put it together. And I would say I'm not the type of people that leave stuff undone. I like execution. I like to do things, but I don't know what's going on with this.
Okay,
so I would like to
let me ask you a question.
That.
Do you actually really want to do this thing? Like it's in your soul, you want to do it? Or
I want to do it.
Okay, then you're just afraid.
I don't know, but I don't know why I'm afraid of, or I've not been able to identify what is blocking me to finally do it.
Okay, well, so the 2 blocks that, especially for an achiever who likes to get stuff done, you either don't actually deep down want to do it, or you're afraid to do it. And the action item depends on what the answer is. So if you say, no, deep down, I really do want to do it. Like this thing really excites me. Then you're afraid of something. So now the work is, okay, what are you afraid of? You're afraid that it's not going to work. You're afraid that it will work and people will see you. You're afraid of English being not good enough. You're afraid of the camera work not working. You're like, what are you actually afraid of? If you think about it, this thing comes out. What are you afraid is going to happen?
Do I have to say it right now?
Yeah. Well, what comes to mind? And don't worry about being the perfect answer.
Dancing, yeah, I like that. Okay, I think because I've been thinking maybe sometimes I am shy and I'm always struggling with that, and I'm always beating the shy girl. My whole life I've been doing it, but there are some times that it's hard for me to be seen. Like I don't know. I think something between those lines. I think. I guess something.
That's great. And hey, that's great. Thank you for sharing. That's amazing. I'm shy too. That took years to get through. I would never come to a group like this. Like the fact that you even came, I would never 10 years ago, I would never have come to a group I would never raise my hand and ask a question. No way. So you're already beating me, younger me, right? It's leaning into it. So the 2 things that I would use that would help. One, you say, well, it's really hard. Okay, hard's not a good enough reason. So I catch it. I said hard. That means I have to do it. So scary, difficult, hard are my trigger words. You can come up with your own. Like if shy is the reason, now I have to do it because I said I was shy. I wrote I was shy. I'm feeling shy. I have to do it. That's how you start to break through it. That you do things that are hard. You do things that even if you're shy, you're going to go for it to teach yourself, right? It's an identity thing where you said, I'm usually the kind of person who follows through on things. That's an identity. Like you've told yourself that you do these, right? That's an identity thing. So just like shy, you've told yourself, I'm a shy person, so I don't follow through on some things. And instead is I'm becoming less shy and I'm going to break through this. So anytime shy is the reason, you go off and do the thing. So that has served me super well. The other thing is, imagine, do you have any kids?
2.
2 kids. Are they shy?
No.
Okay. Well, that's the opposite of you. But imagine they were, or imagine imagine a 15-year-old girl comes up to you and says, hey, Tanya, I really want to do this. I really want to get this thing created, but I'm too shy and I can't do it. What is your message going to be to her?
This is the thing, like, for some reason, I think right now, shyness is like just the shell. Because inside me, I'm always like, although I struggle with this feeling of, this to cracking this shell inside of me, like my heart is not shy. Like I will probably say that, girl, kind of like support yourself in your own self-strength, because that's what I've been doing my whole life. Whenever I feel like something is, I go like, oh no, yeah, I can do it. Like even a small thing like raising my hand or speaking like English, whatever. And I made up words. I like,
I love it.
I don't care. But this specific thing is taking me like, I don't know why. I don't know why is it. So I would say to that girl, something like that. But if I'm telling you right now, look into your heart, what can give you strength to do this? I'm not getting the answer. That's my struggle. I'm not getting the answer for these things, specific thing, that putting together this product. And maybe I don't think that it will work. Maybe that's also a reason. Maybe I think it's going to be a waste of time. Maybe.
No, it's not waste of time. And it's not that it won't work. It's that it's like fear of failure isn't failing. It's failing and who sees you. It's like putting something out there and either nobody sees it or somebody does see it and it's judgment. Like you're afraid of disappointing people.
Yeah.
So, and that's not a good enough reason, right? And I have the same thing. Like I'm afraid of disappointing people, but it's not a good enough reason to stay small, because whatever message you would give the girl is still the message you need now. You're ahead of the girl, but you're still not where you want to be. And this will continue to come back and be a problem until we start to address it. So you're just playing at a bigger scale every time. But every step that you take up that mountain, there's still more steps to go. You're not done growing and learning. And conquering the shyness is really the fear of being seen and potentially embarrassing yourself. Like, what if I raise my hand and no words come out, or I asked a stupid question, or Evan says, Tanya, that's a stupid question, or like all of these things that we make up in our head and then we don't do it. Right. So now hey, you're on your fourth one or third one and you raised your hand. That's great. It's amazing. Right. And it almost never, like, if you think about the worst case scenarios of why you wouldn't raise your hand in the past, none of those things almost ever come true. Right. You come on, we're clapping you up, we're having a great discussion. It's amazing. So it's just catching it, because for achievers, what we'll do is come up with all these reasons why we can't do the thing. I don't have the skills. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. And so I was just on a call just before this with the guy thought he had to get an MBA to have credibility. Like, who's going to give you credibility for being as an entrepreneur, having an MBA? So you're about to waste 2 years of your life and spend all this money to get this MBA that nobody cares about. Who asked me what my education background? Nobody. The fact I went to University of Toronto has never comes up ever. But it's just a insecurity of feeling like, well, if I had a credential at the end of my name, now I'm enough, right? Now I'm somebody. So anytime you catch it, the job is to go off and attack it. And honestly, the big ideas that you have for your life and for contribution to serve and help, as soon as you come with the idea, you'll also equally come up with, but I'm too shy to do this, and I don't want to disappoint people, and failure may not work. And so if you never take this on, you never end up building these great things. So it's attacking the shy. Anytime shy is a reason, hard is a reason, you have to do it just because, to teach yourself that Tanya does things that are difficult even when I'm shy. And the other thing I lean in and that helps is just, it's not about you. It's about helping people. Like the course that you want to make or the program you want to make is going to help a lot of people.
Yes,
right?
I think so.
And so feel it in your heart. Like this is going to help somebody deeply, meaningfully, truly. And it's now not helping people because you're too afraid to get it out there. And that's not a good enough reason. So when you make it more than just about you, it's not just about you making money and filling your bank account and whatever. It's about actually like, this is going to help some people that can give you the extra strength to get off and do it. Cause now it's in service of other people. So both, it's like, I do difficult things. You're going to go off and do it. And what you're going to make is going to serve other, and you have to connect to it. It was like, you know what? It's actually not going to help people. I'm just trying to make money. You won't ever stay committed on that thing because we all want to feel like what we do matters.
Yeah. It's very nice what you just said. Like think about who's gonna benefit this, because sometimes we do things for others that we wouldn't do for ourselves. Like kind of like an extra motivation kind of thing. So that's a nice thought to put in mind. Yeah. Thank you.
When you can feel it, it makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
If you felt like what you made was going to actually have an impact on somebody's life and you felt that in your heart, you will go off and create something. You'll find courage that you didn't have because it's now not just about you anymore. So I said kids, but if your kids are super outgoing and maybe not, but if you can actually picture something, now you're not just talking to a camera, you're talking to a human. It completely changes the energy with which you show up. If you feel like it's going to touch somebody's life, even one person, it doesn't have to touch a million people. So the one person is going to watch your thing and it's going to be a life-changing moment for them. If you actually felt that, it'll give you the courage that you didn't know that you had.
Yes, I think so. I think that it would be good. Yes, thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for asking the question. That's great. If you want to get a copy of Built to Serve and join us live for our next training with me to ask your questions, you can go get the book right there next to me, right there. I'll see you there. I'll see you to get the book. It's a good one. Much love.